Drafting worldwide, wide. Welcome back to the Revit Garage project. In the last video we went through and set up our actual roof for the project. We're going to go with this one, the 2-cut plumb 412 roof pitch, asphalt shingles with a truss roof, 3.5-inch bottom chord. So in this video I'm just going to show you how to set up the view for this. So right now what we want to be able to see is we want to also be able to see our walls below that are holding up this roof on the perimeter. So, and I want those to show up as hidden because there's a roof covering it up. So the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to come down here to this little button right here, my visual styles, and I'm going to change it from hidden line to wireframe, and that will allow my walls to show up. And part of that is within this view range as well. So if I take this away from -3 and let's say I make this 0, and I'll do that again, and just look at the roof line, now I lose part of those. And if I was actually up here 2 inches up above or 2 feet up above, then I'm not going to see those walls at all. So I'm going to basically make this -3 inches, -3 inches, and I'll say apply, and then I can actually see those walls correctly. So the other thing that I want to do within this view to make these show up as hidden, the way that I can kind of trick this, it's kind of a workaround for this, is I can come up here into my view properties, go to visibility graphics, edit, scroll down on the model categories. There's a bunch of different categories up here. Scroll down on the model categories till I get to walls, and I'm going to just expand that, and I'm going to click on walls, and I'm going to override, and I'm going to make these a hidden line, and I say OK, and I apply that. Just bring this off to the side to see if that took effect. I'm going to do that with this one as well. Wasn't exactly sure which one. Say OK, apply, bring that over, and let's see find any more that I can change. So let's do this one. I think it's this one right here. First of all, I don't think I need to change that for the cut. We'll go back and we'll just say no overrides and clear overrides. Okay, and then up here for this main heading walls for lines, I'm going to do the override right here. And I'm going to click hidden, OK, apply, OK, and I come out and I end up with the hidden lines. So now the next thing I can do is I can throw a dimension in, and if I put this one in right here, it's going to add all of that. So I want to basically, I'm going to do wall face, and that way I have an actual 1 foot overhang. And I'll just do this in 2 different locations. Oops. I'm doing the wall face, I drop it, and then I just grab this little dot, drag it out here. So I can see that it's in 2 different locations there. And then I'm going to go back to my annotate category, and I'm going to do a spot slope. And I'm basically just going to drop a couple arrows on here on each side, and this helps to show what the slope of the roof is and which direction it's sloping. It seems like kind of obvious in this one, but technically they could be sloping towards the center and have a great big valley down here instead of a ridge. And then I just want to call out a couple things, and I'm going to click on this little 2-segment button one here. That's under the annotate category, so annotate text, and I want that 2-segment one, and I want this to be, the text to be 330 seconds high, and I come into this ridge line and I just type ridge line, all caps, and we're just going to call it ridge, and we'll call this typical overhang. And if there were other features on this roof, then I'd have to name those as well. But for now, basically this is what we have. We could throw in additional notes there. And one note that I always put on the drawings on a roof plan is storm guard at perimeter, and we'll say, instead of at perimeter, storm guard continuous at perimeter dash 2 layers, or we'll say courses instead. And that basically tells them they have to put storm guard here and there, and then around these edges as well. The last step is to come out here to our sheets, and we haven't got into naming our sheets or anything, so I'll just right click on sheets, new sheet, and I'm going to do another 11 by 17, and we'll get into renaming these and renumbering them and stuff. But for right now, in my project browser, I can go through, find my roof, drag it, and drop it onto here, and then I can just clean up this little thing. Click on that, stretch this in, don't need that all the way out there. And one more quick review of this, I can just come into that view property and I can go through and change this crop region too. So double click inside of there, and I don't need to show my elevation symbols as much on there. So I'll just scrunch these in like that, and then turn that back, the visibility off again. Double click out here, and I'll just move that up there, and that is my completed roof view.